It's finally here. It took over a week to turn up, and I'm so excited to actually finally open this from CEX. Today's video is a jam-packed one. We have the unboxing. I've got a few pickups to go through. It is a big one. Let's get into it. Yes, guys, so welcome back to the channel. My name is Lornas. Thank you so much for joining me on today's very wet and drizzly and miserable day. I hope you're having a great day. Like I said, we have a massive jam-packed video for you today. I have an unboxing. I've got a few pickups, a couple from Vinted actually this week as well. It's just rammed with goodness. Not too expensive goodness apart from the CEX lottery, but we'll get into that just in a little while, okay? I picked up a few more cheaper PlayStation 3 games from CEX, which again, for the last week or so, if you've seen my last video, check it out. It's a great pickups video, and they're all really good games. I'm surprised that I actually don't have them in my collection yet. But yeah, my local CEX has just been banging on the lower end. It's been really good. So I've just been picking them up, like a lot of them. We've got another 5 here, so again, it's not expensive. It's kind of like a budget episode, but it's really not. But yeah, I think I'll just get into them, show you what I've got, and yeah, let me know down in the comments what ones are your favorites, if ones I should prioritize to play more than the others. But yeah, we'll get into it. So the first pickup from CEX is Front Mission Evolved. Now this looks like a mech sort of game, as you can clearly see on the cover. It looks pretty good. I don't know too much about it, if I'm being dead honest, but it looks like a sort of Titanfall-y game. Is that harsh? Is that true? I don't know. It costs £4, so it must be okay. It's obviously complete with the manual. It's got the receipt in there at the minute, so that shows all the rest of the games I bought, so shh, can't show you that. It's a Square Enix game, so it must be pretty good. I actually haven't heard a lot about it whatsoever. So yeah, From Mission Evolved is the first one, £4. I believe that's the most expensive one in this little CEX trip. So yeah, last of the big spenders, right? Next up is surprisingly, again, a series that I actually haven't played. I played on the PC, I haven't played the console ports, so I don't know whether they are good, if they're actually worth playing it. I don't know whether there is a remastered collection on the PlayStation 4 either. I know there is on PC, but I'm not sure on the PlayStation. This one is Crisis 2. I have Crisis 3, but I don't have Crisis the first one either, so we're kind of going backwards, as it were. We've started with Crisis 3, we've now got Crisis 2, we're now got to get Crisis, which I believe would have come out on the PlayStation 3. I actually don't know. Crisis 2 came out in 2011, so I would have thought Crisis would have came out on the PlayStation. Don't know. Again, I know that there's like a remastered collection, or these are remastered on the PC, but I don't know whether there is one on the PlayStation or PS5 or even PS4. I'm not sure, but Crisis is pretty good. I've played the first one a little bit because, you know, can it run Crisis? It was a massive thing back in the day. Probably not so much anymore because of, you know, technology. But Crisis 2, it's number 2 in the series. I've got number 3. I just need to get number 1. Apparently this is 3D compatible game. Fun fact, who owns 3D TVs anymore? That was a thing that lasted for about a couple of years and never came back and never saw the light of day. 3D TVs, that was a technology that just went by the wayside, and probably for right reasons as well, because it's not the most practical thing in the world, to be fair. But coming up with the next pickup, it's a PlayStation 3 release title. It's another one that I haven't got. I think there's about 10 or 15 or so PAL released PlayStation 3 titles. I think I've got a handful. I think I've got like 4 or 5, maybe a few more. But this one's another one that I don't have. And to be fair, this series is actually really good, and I'm surprised I haven't got it up until this point. But it's MotorStorm, and it's another like racing game that I'm going for. It costs £2. It's not expensive whatsoever. The MotorStorm series is really good. I think I played Apocalypse quite a lot. I don't think I played the first one all that much, But yeah, it's MotorStorm. It doesn't really need too much of a explanation. It's a fantastic game and franchise. Shame they haven't brought it back recently, but you know, it is what it is. MotorStorm for £2. So the next one, you might be thinking, what are you even doing? It's, again, I think I touched on this in a recent video. I'm kind of looking for movie to game adaptations because I know that they're very notorious for being awful, and this is no exception to the rule, I don't think. I might be surprised, but it's kind of funny to me. There's quite a few game or movie to game adaptations that were just terrible, especially on the PlayStation 3 era. So yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it? This one is The Chronicles of Narnia Prince Caspian. Now, the Narnia films are actually pretty good, and if you haven't seen them, go check them out. But it's yeah, I don't have high hopes for a game that is £1.50 and is a movie to game adaptation. There's probably reasons for the fact that it is £1.50, but Prince Caspian, not bad. Again, it's another one that's in really good condition. You know, you got Camp Rock there. Shout out. I never had Disney when I was younger, never had the money for it, but you know, a bit of nostalgia for some of you folks, I'd imagine. Yeah, again, Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. Is it good? I don't know. If you've ever played it, let me know down in the comments below, because I'd be surprised if a few of you have. But again, it is another movie to game adaptation that I expect to be bad. I do. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It's not often that I am, but I could be. So the last pickup from this like CEX trip that I did, I think yesterday, again, it's another series that I haven't really dabbled too much in it, and I don't actually think I've got any of them. Actually, no, that's a lie. That is a big lie. It's a big lie. I'm fairly certain I've got the steelbook version of it. Do I? I do. I actually didn't realise that I had the steelbook version of it. Anyway, this one is Devil May Cry 4. And, fun fact, which I've just found out, I have the steelbook version of it anyway, which I actually didn't know. That is like the first time in a long time I picked up a game that I didn't realise I already had. Not bad, considering I have like 260 games, I don't think. So, you cut us some slack, please. Thank you. But Devil May Cry 4, it's... yeah, I don't actually think I've ever played them all the way through, or like any of them. I know you've got the Devil May Cry HD collections and all that, and the new ones on the PlayStation 4, but it's just not been a series that I've been too interested in. But it's a Capcom game. I've heard good things, obviously. I think most people have for Devil May Cry. But yeah, £2.50. I actually didn't know that I already had the steelbook version of it, so that's something. But am I going to squabble or complain for £2.50? No, I'm not. So yeah, just the 5 pickups from CEX this week. I've got a couple from Vinted that I'm now about to show. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments down below if you think I've done well. I think the total is like just over £10, £11.50 I think. So not expensive whatsoever. And to be fair, MotorStorm and Crisis, they're pretty good titles. MotorStorm's fantastic. And for £2 you cannot grumble whatsoever. So yeah, I think it was £11.50. Like I said, it is like a budget episode, but it's not meant to be, okay? It's just how it happened. Just chill, relax. So we have a PS4 pickup as well. I won't spend too much time on this. It is Shadow of the Colossus. It's not the one with the like only on PlayStation sleeve. Fun fact, this game has passed in my possession about 4 times in the last year. It doesn't stay long because I tend to just trade it in. I don't know, I've played it a lot of times. I really do enjoy the game. It is a fantastic game. If you haven't played it, would highly recommend it. But it's just one of those where I'm like, oh, I can get a little bit of voucher on that. This one kind of just bites the bullet and goes. It was a Vinted pickup. I think it cost, I don't know, £6-7. Like, it wasn't expensive. It goes for 15 on CEX. But yeah, I think this time this might actually stay. I have had the only on PlayStation sleeve. I sold it because I bought it cheap. I'm not sure whether I actually put that on YouTube or not, to be fair. But yeah, I sold it. I got like 20 quid for it, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, Shadow of the Colossus, not too bad. It's a great game. It may stay for longer this time. I'm not sure. So I'm not going to do the next ones individually because I don't really collect for the system unless it's only on Xbox 360. You know, spoiler, these are Xbox 360 games. I bought a bundle on Vinted recently for like, again, I think it was £10 or it might have been just a little bit more. But with fees, it was like £15, £16. I can't remember exactly. Screenshots will be going up, obviously, around me. But we bought this little bundle. And as you can see, there's a couple good games in there. That's, the reason why I bought it. We've got Bioshock, Alpha Protocol, Bioshock Infinite, Tomb Raider, Rage Anarchy Edition. Great game if you haven't played it on any system. Castlevania, the first one, the Orange Box, and Halo 3 ODST. If you can see, you know, Castlevania and the Orange Box, they're the two reasons why I bought this bundle. The rest of it's not really worth too much. But I'm not sure whether I'm going to either flip these or trade them in for credit because there's £18 worth of credit here. I'm not sure. The only game that I realistically am going to keep is probably Halo 3 ODST. And I tell you what, guys, these games are in great condition, especially for Xbox 360 discs. These have been kept really well, like especially Castlevania and the Orange Box. Thankfully, the discs are actually really good. So if I wanted to trade them in, it'll be great. But yeah, again, I think it was like £16, £17. I can't remember. But I knew that these two paid for it, essentially. So yeah, what was it? 8 games. Not too bad. Yeah, can't really complain too much. Like I said, I am probably only going to keep ODST, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I kind of forgot about this as well. This was a Vinted pickup. It cost like £5. Trades in for 10, which to me is quite a lot, and I don't think you could probably get that on like Vinted or eBay personally. So I think it's actually a pretty good price. I think it'd probably sell close to it, but I don't know. I think I am probably going to trade in. It's again not my favorite in the franchise. Said this many times. Skate 3 again cost me like £5 something, £5.50 off Vinted. But yeah, trades in for like 10, which I think is going to be the logical option for this. Like I said, I don't think you'd get strong money for it secondhand. I think 15 quid is strong money for it as it is, personally. But yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I said personally so many times as well, and my voice is going louder or higher pitched. Jesus, relax. Stum. So guys, they are my recent pickups from CEX and Vinted. It's been quite a busy week for me, personally. Just with actual pickups. I haven't had too much off Vinted recently in the last couple of weeks. So it's nice to pick up some stuff. But I think what you've all been waiting for, like for a long time now, is to see what's in this. And let's get this open. I'll change camera angles. We'll be back in a minute. So we are back in the unboxing area. It's just behind me. You know, you can see the... Anyway, this one doesn't seem to be too bad to get into. Like I said, this took so long to turn up. Like, especially from a CEX. They usually take like 3, maybe 4 days max. This took over a week. And I was kind of it was kind of going into that squeaky bum time. So yeah, luckily they haven't actually taped over the tab. Fantastic. It's a PS4 game in here, so I'm not expecting it to be like complete or anything like that with manuals. So, you know, in theory. I just thought I'd do a little unboxing for it. Hopefully it's in good condition. That's not good. Yeah. I've been looking for it for a while, and to find it on like eBay or anywhere like that, I don't know what the hell's going on with this pull tab. Is quite difficult. It is. So I went to CEX and it was in stock, so I thought, yep, we'll have that, and hopefully it's in good condition and everything. I'd assume it would be. We have a invoice. There we go. We'll get rid of that. Don't need that. Yeah. So without further ado, guys, because you have been waiting for a long time and I appreciate your patience, so thank you for sticking with me. If you like unboxings and everything like that, feel free to subscribe, drop a like and leave a comment on your thoughts of today's video. I appreciate it. So without further ado, it is Upside Down. No, it's not. It is Inside and Limbo. Now this game is actually two games in one, obviously, because it's Inside and Limbo. There you go, it's now focusing. This is actually a very difficult game to get hold of. I don't know what... Ooh, what is that? Is that a map? Or is that a poster? Ooh, what is this? Oh, it's one of those... I don't really want to... Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it's upside down again. Why is everything upside down? What is this? Look at that. That's really cool. That is really cool. It's like a little poster, but not poster sort of thing. It's very papery. I don't know if you can hear that. You can probably see it. It's not very glossy or anything like that. That's really cool. Wasn't expecting that. And what is this? Concept art. That's really cool. Yeah. That's, well, I wasn't expecting anything because it's a PS4 game, so you don't really expect anything in the box with it. Because, you know, they don't do that anymore. But these two games are meant to be really good, and I'm actually very excited to actually get my hands on this. Hello again. Woo! Yeah, the disc is fine. I've seen gameplay on it. It just looks really fun. It looks just, yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. I think this was 20 at the time. Oh, it's a 505 get. See that they are cropping up recently. Yeah. Anyway, it just looks really cool, and it's one of my most wanted PS4 games. But it took so long to turn up. So bad, CEX. Yeah, there's not much to say. If you haven't played it, go check it out on YouTube. Go watch some gameplay. It's fantastic. It looks amazing. Yeah, I'm super happy to have that. Finally. Anyway. Yeah, Inside and Limbo. We'll switch the camera around. And yeah, I'll see you in a minute. So, considering I wasn't really expecting too much this week, I was expecting my CEX delivery, and that's about it. But I think we've done quite well. 2 PS4 games, an Xbox 360 game, which is quite nice. It's now building up to a little collection now. I think I've got like 10 games for the Xbox, which is cool. And we have another 5 PlayStation 3 games to be adding to the collection. So everything is coming up Millhouse, as PS2 Many Games would say. Shout out to him. If you haven't checked his channel out, go do it. Anyway, it's fantastic. I'm over the moon. 2 big PS4 games, Inside and Limbo. Chef's kiss. Brilliant. Fantastic. How many games you got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. Not too bad for a week, in my opinion. Yeah. The CEX, that came up really good. I'm so happy to be having that. And yeah, like I said, it's kind of not a rare game, but it's fairly uncommon, especially on like used sites, eBay, Vinted, sort of thing. But yeah, I think that's a really good week. Let me know down below in the comments whether you think I did well, whether, you know, any of these games are actually worth playing on the PS3 predominantly. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, let me know how you're doing down below, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. But for now, guys, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.